recording. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Serenity Cards and Coaching. This is second Wednesday of every month. I always have a free online class for you. You can find me at leelaminke.com, and I'm going to go ahead and get started with showing you today's free class. So we've got a bit of variety, and I'm excited to report that, you guys. I'm making a few changes. And one of the changes to my monthly class on the second Wednesday is I'm not going to stay beholden to using kind of one set of products. So you can see here I've got different colors and different products all across the board, and I've even got some variations. So we're gonna see some different products today. So we're gonna go ahead and start with this guy, and I'm gonna show you how to make all of these. Now, there's a couple things to know about these cards. The first thing is you can get this kit free as a customer with a minimum purchase. And so free with minimum purchase of $35, you get the kit free. Free with minimum purchase of $50, you get the kit and you get half a pack of gems. And then for $100, you get 2 kits and a full pack of gems. So this also serves as the team kit. And this is the last month. I'm going to combine those two guys together. This also serves as the team kit. So let's go ahead and get started. I will try to share the measurements as I go along. And always, if you get the kit, I'm known for my PDFs, and I give very thorough instructions and close-up pictures where we need them. But briefly, I will give you the measurements, and I give all the product numbers, all the part numbers. Some of this stuff is retired, you guys. But I do have just enough to fulfill the kits. So if you want to take a snapshot of this, you can take a snapshot of it. I'll kind of read it as I go through it, and it's definitely going to be in the PDF, and it's a little bit unique sizes today. So the card base is not your normal. Your card base is 7 by 5.5. So if you compare it to your normal, it's not your normal. It's 7 by 5.5. And then you're going to score it in half at the 3.5-inch mark. But guess what? Does it still fit in an envelope? Why, yes, it does. So look at this. If we put the die cut on at just the right spot, there's still plenty of room for it to fit in a normal envelope. So I'll go ahead and show that. So we've got 7 by 5.5, score at 3.5. And then we just take all these layers in, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, and then this is the inside. So there is one tip I want to show you with the vellum. So I'm going to go ahead and get this glued up and show you that. And then I want to show you the vellum. Now vellum, and by the way, this snowy paper is sold out. That's one thing that's sold out. And the snowflakes are sold out. So I do have enough in the kit, and I will tell you, if you love something from Stampin' Up, like when it comes out, if you know you love it, I recommend that you get it right away. Sometimes things go on back order and then they come back. If it goes on the clearance rack, which I think a couple of these things did, like if you love it, then get it, because things do sell out, and then when they're gone, they're gone. All right, here's the vellum tip. Here's the vellum tip. All right, this is our adhesive sheet. Now this has Sizzix on it. This is an old one. I bought a bunch of them when Stampin' Up had them, and then they were going to get rid of them. But then they, a couple of years later, came back with them. So we have adhesive sheets. They won't be branded like this, but, and I've cut it into a 6x6 square. I think they come a different size. But anyway, this is our adhesive sheet, and it's literally that. It's got a cover here, and then it's got some adhesive. You can see it shining, and then it's got like a cover in the back. And so what I've done is I've cut the vellum to just the right size. I want it 5 by 3, and I'm gonna make sure that I conserve vellum so I can get another one on the other half. But I'm gonna go ahead, and I like to burnish, so I'm gonna give a good burnish right here. You guys, what this is gonna allow us to do, it's basically gonna allow us to make a sticker out of this piece of vellum. So let me show you now what we've got. If you can see this guy here, Many times we recommend like put glue under the vellum where it's not gonna, where you can't see it. Because the problem with vellum, I mean, the beautiful thing about vellum, you can see through it. The problem with vellum, you can see through it. And so many times we recommend, well, just put a little bit of glue like behind where it's going to be covered up anyway. And so you could put a nice amount right there, but that still leaves the corners a little bit loose and not as nice and firmly attached, right? So if you use our adhesive sheet, you're going to get a sticker. So I've already burnished it, and now I'm going to use my tweezers that I got from the Embossing Editions toolkit. Sometimes I'll just fold this back just to have better workability with it. So I'm going to lift up this sticker and I'm going to place it on here. Now, it has zero forgiveness. So once it's down, it's down. So it's a delicate matter. You want to do it just right. And the other thing I would say is like, so you can still see some shininess, like, well, maybe you can't, but like it's still, if I were to touch right there, it's still sticky right there. So when I lift it up here, there's not going to be any more adhesive. The adhesive transfers to this piece here. So just be careful. There's even some adhesive like on the right side. So it gets to be a little sticky. So you just want to kind of give it a good lift, use your tweezers, hold the edge, because you don't want to get adhesive on your hand or anywhere else. So I'm just going to hold it carefully, and I'm going to lift it up, and I'm just going to hold it here. Now I've got my sticker. Because there's still some stickiness on the sheet, I cannot tell you how many times I've been in a hurry, I put it off to the side, and then I put my elbow in it, or I put the card in it, or I put whatever. So get it covered back up, put it in a nice protective place so that it's out of your way, right? Now that I'm still holding this with the tweezers, that can help me kind of eyeball and position it, because I promise you, once it's down, it's down. So I'm still coming in 1/4 of an inch, and I can just kind of eyeball it. So, so I'm eyeballing it like that. And I want to get it just right. I mean it, the minute you let it down, that's it. It's committed. So I want to get it just right. So good. So I've placed it. Perfect. Now I'm going to untweeze. And I might use this same sheet right here, like just a plasticky side, to kind of go from the bottom to the top so I don't get bubbles. So I'm burnishing again from the bottom to the top so I don't get bubbles. And then look, you guys, it's nice. So might have come down a little bit, but to be honest, once I start getting the rest of it decorated, if it's not perfectly lined up, you may not notice it, but when you're not on the magic of television, it goes a little smoother to get it lined exactly perfectly. So I'll just get that guy inside. I can get him decorated later, but that was it for that guy. So now I want to put my scallop, and where is my scallop? I had everything cut. Okay, here's my ribbon, and here's my scallop. Alrighty, now I want to put my scallop, and I'm going to put my scallop with glue. And in order to make sure that I know that it fits in an envelope, I'm going to use the envelope to do the positioning. So envelopes have about 1/8 of an inch of give on either side. So I'm going to go ahead and put that there as though it's got a little bit of room. And then I'm going to kind of eyeball it right there. And I know that I'm going to get about a finger's width in order to be able to, in order for it to get adhered, but also fit. So I'm going to, again, line that up. I want that in the middle. Luckily, glue has a little bit of give. So I'm going to get it so that I know it's going to fit inside the envelope. I might bring it down even just a little bit more. And then I'm going to lift it up before it finally settles. And I'm going to look and make sure, is it exactly in the middle? And I might move it over a little bit because it feels like that'll be a better center. And there we go. So that's it, you guys. And now I'm going to burnish again. This is a good guy to burnish with. And especially because I'm gluing it to vellum. So it will glue, definitely, but you really, and it's got like a flocking on it. So you want to make sure that the glue adheres. So, and you can see the snowflake, it had a couple different patterns. So depending, if you get the kit, you may get one pattern or the other pattern, but, so go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to give 2 inches of this fresh freesia ribbon. I love this in color. Super grateful. I think this is one of the ones that's, oh goodness. This is one of the ones that's going to go away in May, like end of April. So I want to get as much use out of it as I can because I love, 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 love fresh freesia. So I'm going to go ahead, and this open weave ribbon, it's just so friendly to work with. It comes in all the in colors. Oopsie. Comes in all the in colors from, let's see, we're in 2022, right? So, oh gosh, I'm going to be dyslexic about it. From 2020 to 2022, it comes in all those in color patterns. All right, I'm going to have that ribbon right there. I don't use my bow maker for this because I'm tying it all the way around and it's going to be on the inside, and I'm fine with that. Then I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment. Now the sentiment, you guys, is from the Sending Support stamp set. And this is one, I'm kind of showing you something that's not out yet. And I don't really like to do that because you can't get it unless you're a demonstrator. It's a good reason to become a demonstrator. But I am giving this stamp set away with bingo. And so if you register for bingo, I still have some spots left. You're going to get this stamp set. I also want to get as much use out of it as I can. It's great for Cards for Causes. And we like to send cards to people who need cards. So the one I'm doing right now is It's Okay Not to Feel Okay. And I have a feeling I'm going to use that sentiment a lot. You could also use this as a Christmas card. So I would like to say thank you to Rhonda Wade. She's the first person that I saw this design from, and her card design was actually a Christmas card. So of course, this would be perfect as a Christmas card. It would be absolutely perfect, but it would be perfect as any kind of card. So I'm going to go ahead and add the snowflake. And you will get the snowflake in the kit. Now, in this case, I'm actually not adding a dimensional. It's funny, the dimensionals fit exactly perfectly in these snowflakes, like even the same shape. But in this case, I'm not. I'm just putting a little glue dot and I'm kind of facing it that way, just like that, getting it in the middle. But I am going to dimensional the sentiment. And then that's going to be it, you guys. That's going to be our simple little card. And I have a feeling I'll be using this design again. You could do this design. You could have a circle right there. You could have a stitched rectangle right there. You could do the decal shape. Like you could do so many different shapes right there. So, so that's it, you guys. There's our sweet card. And oh, I do have a couple gems. I'll sprinkle on a couple gems. And once I do that, and once I snippety snip the ribbon bow, here's our sweet final card. So those are the iridescent gems. So thank you, Lynn. Thumbs up. I agree. Super pretty. So awesome. All right, that's card 1. Now we're going to go on to card 2. And let's see. I've got the PDF written. Okay, yeah, I think in order, I think this will be card 2 sequentially. I'm not sure. This might be card 3. But anyway, so this card, I've done 2 variations of it. It's the same color scheme. It's using a background stamp. I'm going to do this one today for a couple of reasons. 1, takes a bit of time to color this owl. 2, some of these products aren't available just yet. So I'm going to show you with today's products, and then I'll kind of let you know products you can get coming soon. So this is a background stamp. I don't know if you've ever worked with a background stamp, but if you haven't, they're amazing. We have quite a few different variations. This one is the spiral die. And I've got like a little hippie side to me, so we're going to bring her out today to play. So here's the spiral die. And this is current. You can get this right now. And I'm going to show you this technique. You know, when I was showing people this card, people asked me what the designer series paper was. Matter of fact, Cindy, I think I sent it to you and you were like, what is that designer series paper? And it's not, it's handmade, right? So you can create. And in the old days, we didn't used to have designer series paper. We created our own. So we're going to do that a little bit again today. So we've got our background stamp, and you always, when you get the background stamp, you want to get this big block. You want to get one of these. I know it's a little bit of an expense to invest once in that block, but once you've got it, you can use it for all your backgrounds, and it's great just to have on hand to put like extra stamps on, or just to have it right there. It's got a lot of utility, even if you're not using it for a background stamp. But for today, we're using it as a background stamp, and I mean block. And you've got your basic thick white background, and then you've got your 4 by 5 1/4 layer, and then your circle is going to be 1 3/4. You guys, I cannot tell you how many times I have used exactly this set of ingredients with some stamps, and how many different looks that I've gotten. Like, you can't, I do this every autumn for leaves. You'll know one of your kit cards for my leaf cards, it's going to include these, and the leaves do all the personality. The stamps and the colors do all the work for you. I see that Doris just joined. Doris used to love making backgrounds, her own designer series paper, but today we're going to do it again. So what I've done is, and it's really important that you, for this, that you follow this sequence of steps. I'm not always like super bossy boots, like you must do it in this order, but this one, you must do it in this order, or you could ruin your ink pads. So we're going to use the lightest color first. We're going to go from light to dark. What would happen if we used our dark color first and then we used our light? We would mess up our ink pad. So in some cases, there is a method to the madness in the sequence of events, and in this case is one of them. So we're going to take our Daffodil Delight ink pad, and we're going to go ahead and ink up just the center of our stamp. And this is a case where I'm going to put this stamp facing up. Sometimes we stamp facing down. In this case, we're going to stamp facing up. So I've got my Daffodil Delight, and that's done. Same thing if you were to do this guy, you would just have a different background stamp. You would put your Daffodil Delight in the middle. You could pick Melon Mambo or Flirty Flamingo for the right. I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo right now. And I'm going to go on the right side with my Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to go over the yellow just a little bit, but not completely, or I would kind of obliterate it. So I'm going to go over it. I basically want about 1/3 of color on each, for each. I want 1/3 of the background to be each color. So it's kind of cool because when those two colors mix, they have just their own little new color, right? Now I'm going to take my darkest color and I'm going to do it on the right, and the same thing. I'm going to only go maybe 1/4 inch over the yellow, but not all the way into it, so that I can preserve, so that I can keep some yellow and not obliterate it. So that's it. And I know my ink pads are nice and juicy because I've inked them up. And so now I've got my surface, and I'm going to go ahead and place my paper square smack dab in the middle of it. Now this is a case where you don't want to move it around, or it's going to get blurry. And you're going to want to take a piece of paper. I have no idea what this is, but we're going to do it anyway. We're going to take a piece of paper and we're just going to burnish again. We want to make sure that we want to get the full imprint. I feel like that might have moved a little. I don't know. We'll just cross our fingers and hope it didn't. Nope, still feels secure. So now I'm going to take my tweezers again. These tweezers, I can't believe how often I'm using them. And I'm just going to do a very quick lift. And that's it, you guys. That's it. So now I've got my background. You can tell here I used Melon Mambo, but you can tell here it more matches the Flirty Flamingo. And I just love what happens, the ombre look that happens when you've got the yellow kind of coming into the Flirty Flamingo. There's just a little different color there. and then the yellow coming into the Coastal Cabana, there's just a little bit of light green there. So it kind of flows, if you will. So that's it. You guys, that's it. That is our background. So I'm going to wrap my ribbon around it first, and then I'm going to adhere it with dimensionals. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap. Now this is current pool party. There's a really pretty new pool party coming out as well. So if you love pool party as much as I do, you're going to have your choice of pool party ribbon. And from a design perspective, I'll tell you, I put the Coastal Cabana to the left, and I'm putting the pool party to the left. And there's a reason for that. I considered, I'll just tell you, like, my design, not a design expert, I've studied it a little bit, but there's like a heaviness on the right side because the image is on the right side. In this case, actually, it's kind of to the right, but I put it in the middle of a spiral is why I placed it there. But there's like a heaviness on the right side, if you will. So to balance it out, I've got the bow on the left, and I wanted the bow colors to match. If I had done it the other way around, it just wouldn't have flowed as smoothly. So again, you can do whatever you want, but there is often a method to my madness in why I put components where I put them. But I'm going to go ahead and get my bow tied like that. I'm going to pop this guy on with dimensionals. And for today, I'm going to do just the hippie version, the Peace, Joy, Love. But I'll show you, you can do the owl as well. And you know, if pink owls aren't your thing, you could do traditional. So the owls are a celebration stamp set coming up. So if you're a demo, you can earn them now. And so you can join my team. There's a great deal always for joining. And if you're not, then on January 5th, these sweet owls, you can get them for free. You get this sweet, sweet owl for free. This background stamp set is going to go on available January 5th. Kind Friend is also going to go available for sale January 5th. But today we're going to do Peace, Joy, Love. It's perfect for the holiday season. I've got a couple of friends who are really, really, I mean, I've got a hippie side to me too, but I've got a couple of friends who are really, really, this will be a great Christmas card for them actually. So I'm kind of getting my ribbon over to the left. I'm going to snip it, and then I'm just going to put my sentiment on, and there we have it. So our sentiment is Peace, Joy, Love. I mean, isn't it that just a great message anyway? It's just a great message. Alrighty, we'll get that guy. I'm going to put him in the middle because I don't know, it just feels like with the spiral, he should kind of be in the middle. And there we go. Put a couple sequins on him, and that's going to be our card. There it is in Mambo, a little darker. There it is with Flamingo, a little bit lighter. So super sweet. And then if you wanted to do it with the owl, I had a little bigger circle. So just die cut your circle to the right size. And then I colored him in polished pink Flirty Flamingo. I actually have all the supplies for both of these in the PDF. And then Kind Friend, that's a new stamp set coming out too. So super sweet, super sweet. So that is our card number 2.
That's really a fun technique.
Thank you. Hello, Courtney Lynn.
Hello, how are you?
You know what? I have to tell you how fun it is. The other day I went to color and I was like feeling ho-hum, and I was going to take out my brown for my owl. And then I started coloring my owl pink, and then I started all right, I'm getting my ingredients. I started doing that background, and it was just fun. It just the whole day, like I made it for a swap, and it was just fun the whole day. So I'm doing very well. How are you?
Doing well.
Yay. All right, you guys, we are going to make this card. We are going to make this card, and I'm going to show you how to make this sweet tissue box. And in the PDF, I really have very detailed instructions too. So some of the things that I'm going to show you, I'm also going to, you can also like see the close-ups in the PDF, or you can rewatch this video and play it again. So let me do some housekeeping and get some of these things out of the way. And I I love this card. Now I will tell you, it's using a couple products. It's using the Tea Boutique Designer Series paper. We're going to use that today, and we're going to use that again next month with another card that I have in mind. And then it's also using the Wishing You a Speedy Recovery stamp set. Oh my gosh, it's got a tissue box, wishing you a speedy recovery, sending well wishes your way, I'm here for you, a spoon. Like, is this just a sweet, sweet card? So, so we're going to go ahead and combine all these elements and make this guy. This card is inspired by our own Melody. I don't know, is it Horrell? I don't know how to say her last name, actually. It's inspired by our own Melody. I was under the weather quite a bit ago, and she sent me that card, so I saved it just to be able to share it with you guys. I did it in a swap, and now I'm sharing it with you guys. So this paper is also in the Tea Boutique Designer Series paper. So when you get the kit from me, if you do the kit, you may not exactly get that design. You will definitely get a Petal Pink and Poppy Parade design, but the way the papers work, there's just a limited amount of each design that they provide. So it will be a surprise and delight for you which one you'll get. But I couldn't even pick a favorite anyway. I love them. So that we're going to get the outside done. We're going to get the inside done. And then I'm going to show you how to make this fun tissue box. I mean, the bones of this card couldn't be easier. You just put, you know, an outside, an inside, a ribbon, a sentiment. So that all goes very smoothly, but I can't wait. This is the same ribbon technique that we just used, but I can't wait to show you the tissue box. So let me get this and I'll get it off to the side. I love this Petal Pink, like it feels like suede actually. So there's some new, oh, should I show it to you guys? I'll show it to you guys. I have it right here. I can't take it. I'll show it. There's some new paper coming. And it also has Petal Pink. I can't take it. It's so pretty. So I'm going to pair it with this ribbon. So here's just a little peek at it. Oh my gosh. It is so pretty. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I was laying in bed thinking of designs last night, actually. I was laying in bed thinking, oh my gosh, 18th, hurry up, because we have our Secret Santa swap. And
I know, no peeking.
Hurry. I know. And then I was like, no, don't hurry up, because I have so much to do before then. But I can't wait. All right, you guys, that's it. And then you're going to stamp your sentiment and that's it, right? So, but and I put like a little strip of DSP on the inside. So I won't show you all that, but let me show you this tissue box. You're going to cut your piece of Designer Series paper to 2x4. And by the way, this is not the Tea Boutique paper. This is a different paper. It's the, we had it at Bingo, Design a Daydream, I think. But don't tissue boxes have flowers on them? So I thought I'll just use that. So, so for the tissue boxes, gosh, I wrote down all the, I wrote it down. Oh yeah, here, if you want to take a snapshot, take a snapshot. Tissue box 2x4, score at 1, 1 3/4, 2 3/4, 3.5. But again, it's in the PDF. And you can replay this video if you need to. So 2x4, and then I scored at 1, 1 3/4, 2 3/4, 3.5. So there, and I don't know if you can see the score lines, but I already did that, right? So I took it over and I scored it. I want to show you how we made it into a tissue box and got it adhered, right? So we're going to bring out our, and when you get the kit from me, you will get, for sure you'll get the 2x4. I don't know how far I'll take it in terms of scoring and all of that, but anyway, now we're going to cut the little opening in the tissue box. So you want the side that has the little 1/2-inch tab, you want that on the right. And you're going to line it up at the 2¼ inch mark. What we're doing is we're positioning it so that this part of the tissue box, we're going to just cut a little incision in it so it makes it easier, so we can cut a little square and then we can get our tissue in it. So please, I mean, you can, but don't make the same mistake I did multiple times to put the thing over there, because then it doesn't close up as well. So you want it here. And I already took the photos. I have like close-ups and photos of what you want to do to cut those incisions. So I've got it lined up at the 2¼ and I'm basically just going to put a little slit in the middle of it. I don't want to cut it in half. I just want to put a little slit in the middle. So I kind of start over here. I've got 1/2 inch to 1½ inch. I don't know if you know it, but on our trimmers, this is a ruler also. So I'm going to start at the 1/2 inch and I'm going to go to about 1½ inch. And that was it, right? So now I've got a little incision. I'll show you again on another one. I've got my tab on the right. I've got everything scored. I'm going to put it in. I'm going to line it at 2¼ and I'm going to put my little score mark there, and I'm going to go from 1/2 inch to 1½ inch. And the way that you know you're starting at the 1/2 inch is there's a line on the trimmer that shows you. So so you can see that's 1 inch. So right about there, that's 1/2 inch. So then you're just cutting the paper like that. So that's done. Now we're going to come in, and it's a little fidgety, but it's so cute and it's so worth it. I have to tell you, as the recipient of this thing, it was such a delight to open it up and be like, oh my goodness. All right. So now I'm going to come in and I'm going to make this bigger. And it doesn't matter. People aren't really going to see it because the tissue is going to cover it. But now I'm going to come in and I'm going to come with my snips. And I'm going to cut about 1/4 inch, and then I'm going to go about whatever that inch is, and then I'm going to go about 1/4 inch, and that's it, you guys. Now I've got my little surface for my tissue box, right? I'm going to do it again because I've got the incision mark with my tab on the right. I'm just going to kind of come in. I'm going to go about 1/4 inch. And then I'm going to cut as long as the slit is, and then I'm going to cut it back that way, and that's it. So now you've got your little tissue box for when you go to shape it. So I will cut the paper from 2 to 4, but then I'm going to ask that you guys do the rest of these steps. It's kind of fun. Once you do it, you just kind of get in a groove. So now I'm going to put my tear and tape right there, and I have a photo in the PDF as well of where the one tear and tape goes. Then you're gonna need to know the rest. Oh, except we gotta put the tissue in. Oops. All right, cover that back up. The tear and tape is gonna go there, but we gotta put the tissue in. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I don't know that I'm the best tissue person. I never watched a video on it. I don't know if I did it exactly the right way, but I think it's cute. So I just kind of cut a rectangle and I kind of put it up like that, and I pulled it up, and that's about as good as I got. And I put a little mini glue dot underneath it, and that's it. There might be a way to, like, I don't know, make it prettier or make it arranged better or cut it like in a little origami shape or whatever. I was thrilled that I even figured that out. So, all right. So now I've got my little tissue like that. That's it. I will tell you, like, in some cases I didn't like the shape, or I didn't like some of the fringe, so I kind of came in and cut it. So I don't know, just get your tissue the way you like it. So now I've got my tear and tape like that. Now I'm going to form my box. And so this extra little 1/2 inch tab is going to go under so I can form my box. So let me just get it lined up like that nicely. And that's it. And I'm going to kind of burnish this way. And I'm going to burnish this way so that it just operates smoothly when I'm opening and closing my card. So now I've got that. And which way do I want to have it in front? I guess I want that way in front. So now that I know where the front is, I'm going to adhere on the back and I'm going to adhere on the bottom. So I'm going to do it with tear and tape on the back and on the bottom. So I'm going to put that here. So the photos don't go this far. So I only go as far as like showing you how to cut everything. So you can come back and watch this again if you want, or you can call me, or you can come to Stamp with Leela. You know, we have the best time Monday night tying bows. People are like, how do you tie a bow? And we've got a bow maker. And so I just brought out my hands and we just sat and tied bows together. So I don't mind at all if you come to Stamp with Leela and we just like practice stuff real time. So not a problem at all. All right. So now I'm going to put my little tissue box in there like that. So I'm just going to make sure I like where it is. I want it in the center. And so I'm going to lift it up there. Yeah, so we've got new Jan, who's on Melody's team. She came Monday night for the first time. She's coming to bingo, yay. And she got the bow maker and she didn't know how to do it. So then I was showing her how to do it, but then the others were like, wait, I'm going to take mine out. I'm going to practice too. All right, so you want to line this up against the back and you want to have it on the bottom. And you guys, that's it. There's your tissue box. That's it. Do you want me to do it again so you can see it again, or do you feel good about that? Thumbs up if you want to see it.
I feel good. I can't wait to do it. It's cute.
Isn't it cute? It's so cute. Anybody else want to see it again? I'm not seeing anybody want to see it again. All right, you can watch the video again if you want to, but honestly, just play with it. It's just paper, and once you've got it, you've got it. So there you go. And then I won't show you because you guys know how, but I can put that little piece of decoration there, and I can put my little wishing you a speedy recovery, and then there you go. I see that Linda joined. Welcome, Linda. Linda, this is the team kit this month. And we just finished card 3. I don't know how long you've been here, but we've got a variety of bright colored cards this month. And we just finished card 3. So
Aunt Janet?
Yeah?
Linda's going to want to see how to do that, and so do I.
Well, I'm going to do it again then.
Okay.
Isn't it a good thing I have another? All right. I'm only going to take it from here. So because I showed twice already, like you've got your 2x4, you score, you score, you score, you score. The measurements are in the PDF. So we scored at 1, 1 3/4, 2 3/4, and 3.5. And then we did a slit. So we took it over to the trimmer with the little flap on the right. We took it to 2 1/4, and we started the slit by just cutting from the 1/2 inch mark to the 1.5 inch mark. And then when we got it out, we further helped it along and we cut out that little slit right there. And then we took, now from here, I'll go slow-mo again. So I cut just a little rectangle of, well, you know, the truth is this was toilet paper, but anyway, I cut just a little rectangle. Oh, I want one with a little bit of personality. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to cut over here, and I'm just going to cut a rectangle. It doesn't have to be a perfect shape, but I'm just going to go ahead and cut this. And before the tissue box is closed, ask me how I know. Before the tissue box is closed, you're going to pull this up through here. Just use one of the corners and pull it up like that. And
that's
then
real tissue.
It's toilet paper, but yes, it's real tissue. Yeah. Isn't this cool? Melody sent me this card. Well, not exactly this design, but she sent me one. And I'm like, I have to make this. I can't take it. It's too cute. So
I love your dog, Lynn.
You love the what?
Her dog, Lynn's dog.
Oh, Lynn's dog. Oh, baby.
Look at that.
Baby. All right. So that's it. I put my little tissue up there. Now I've got my tissue there. I've still got my flap on the right. I'm going to use tear and tape on the right. And this is so that I can seal up the box. I made like 20 of these for a swap, so got pretty good at it. All right, so now I'm just gonna seal it around. That little flap seals underneath to make the tissue box. So now I've got my tissue box. So I can show you that again. There's a flap and the flap becomes hidden. So I'm gonna just line the flap up with the edge. And I'm gonna seal it. And I can kind of come inside and just give it a good burnish all the way inside so that it stays. And then you guys know me, I like to move my folds around so that they're just solid and comfortable and they move with ease. So I'm just gonna do this before I even get it in the card so that I know that when I have it in the card, it's gonna lay flat, right? So I've gone back and forth, and now I'm gonna call this the front of my tissue box. So Courtney, where do I put the tape? It's okay if you don't know, but where do I put the tape if I'm gonna put this on the inside of a card?
On the bottom and on the side, well, in the back.
On the bottom, so let's do the bottom. Is this what you mean by bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. And then where's the next spot? So if this is gonna be the front, now I'm confused. Yeah, if that's gonna be the front, we've done it on the bottom. Where else am I gonna put the tape?
On the back side.
And are we calling this the back side?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we're gonna put that on the back side. And now I have to find a new card to put this in. All right, it's just paper, right? So we're just gonna pretend that this is a card right here. So, so I've got it on the bottom and I've got it on the back. So I'm gonna lift off the back and I'm gonna lift off the bottom. And then I'm gonna, oh, this wasn't creased, but of course ahead of time, you will have had this scored. Oh, little Daffodil Delight paper. Thank you for being of service. All right, so now we're gonna just line it up so that the seam goes with the seam. And then that's it. Oh my gosh, that piece of paper was 2 inches. So I can still use this, actually. I can cut off and still use it. Okay, so so that's it, right? That's your little tissue box.
That's really cute.
So cute. You guys, I can't wait to see. Please, like one of my favorite things is when you make cards and then you like show me and show and tell, like just send it to me. Like, look what I did, look what I did. It's one of my favorite things. So please, if you do this, show me. And then I am going to show you, I am going to save this tissue box for future. So I'm just going to cut that off and I'm going to cut this off and I'm going to save this tissue box and I can use it again. And thank you for being of service, Yellow Designer Series paper. All right, that's that. All right, now card 4. I'm going to kind of tease you with card 4 and I'm going to tell you that we're really going to do card 4 next week. This I actually ended up falling in love with so much that I am going to make, this comes in the team kit. So the 4 cards that I just showed you are in fact the team kit. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So that's the team kit, or that's the free with minimum purchase. In addition, this card only, I've decided to make a Stamp-A-Stack because I love it so much out of the gingham paper. So I'm going to show you briefly what I did with this, but I'm just going to tell you this is a tease. I have 4 gingham kits I can offer as Stamp-A-Stacks. You have 36 cards, actually 3, Melody wants one. So I will have 3 of these kits available. I'm looking for my pieces, you guys. Oh my goodness. Now I have everything everywhere. All right, found it. Okay. Oh my gosh. This deserves just its own video, and so I'm going to do that next time. So I'll show you the pieces now, but we're really going to go step by step next week. This is a fun fold, and thank you, Rhonda Wade, for teaching me the fold. I totally took it and made it my own, but thank you for teaching me the fold. So you're going to have a card layer, card layer, card layer. You're going to have a designer series paper, fold, and then you can really decorate the front. Now, if you guys know the gingham paper, which by the way, is available right now while supplies last. It's on the last chance list. I don't know if they discounted it or not, but there's like so many different colors. Do I have it here? Yeah, I've started to prepare it. There are so many different colors of this paper, and at first I was thinking, oh, that's only autumn, that's only Christmas. No, it could be Valentine's, it could be spring, it could be anytime. So I've decided I'm still going to make this Stamp-A-Stack, but I'll show you the measurements quickly here, and then I'll tell you that we're really going to dive in next time. But basically, you've got, I think I'm missing a basic white layer. You've got your So Saffron, you've got your Smoky Slate in 1/4 of an inch. You've got a basic white cut correctly that's in 1/4 of an inch. And then you've got this gingham, which is 2 by 9 3/4, and it's scored. And so, and then you've got like a basic white on the inside, and you've got a basic white on the outside. Now look at this. You could use a wreath with it, right? Because you've just seen the wreath. These wreaths are carrying over. It's the cottage wreath. Love them. Love them. Isn't this just a nice pastel version? You could do it for Christmas. You could do it for autumn. You could do it for springtime. I mean, wreaths are anytime. And I found a use for these. I love these flowers. I found a use for these cute little flowers. So they'll be part of the kit. But so you could put a wreath, or, I mean, just look at this here. What comes to mind? Could you also put maybe a little teddy bear? Could you also put maybe a little kitty cat? Right? So this kit is going to be amazing, and I'm going to show you a bunch of different designs with it. Even if you don't get the kit, if you just learn the fun fold, this would, I mean, of course, it's 9 3/4 inch, so it's not going to work with your 6 inch, your 6 by 6 paper. It's going to work with your 12 inch paper, but you could get 3 out of every sheet of designer series paper, and I'm telling you, it's cute, it's fun, it's easy, and it's super useful. So that is going to be our class next week, is I'm going to show you a variety of options using the gingham paper and a variety of different stamps. So that's going to be our class next week. But make no mistake, the instructions are already written, and it is included as part of this either team kit or free with minimum purchase kit. To remind customers, the free with minimum purchase kit, minimum of $35 order, you're going to get all 4 of these cards free. Minimum $50, you're going to get all 4 of these cards free. Not handmade, by the way. You get all the ingredients, and then you supply the stamps and the ink, but you get all the ingredients, including the little snowflake, including the Sizzix sheet so that you can work with it, including little die cuts, everything. And at $50, you get half a pack of these opals. And then for $100, you're going to get 2 of each, including envelopes, and then you get a full pack of opals. So so that's it, you guys. So that is my demonstration for today, and I thank you for joining. I love brights in December. I love colors in December. And oh yeah, I guess one other thing, bingo, I thought I would show. So I know I was using the sending support kit stamp set, which is not available yet. Demos can get it. You can get this free with minimum $50 purchase after January 5th. But if you join bingo, you're getting this stamp set for free from me. And there's some really beautiful sending loving thoughts and prayers. It's okay not to feel okay. My shoulder is yours. Courage is being really scared, doing it anyway. I mean, it's just sending support. It's super sweet. And so bingo, these are the cards for bingo. My shoulder is yours. You can use any flowers. So that's it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording, and then I'll come back to you guys if we want to chat for a minute. So thank you.